what would you identify as a key change management implementation that should you'd advise being there?
Well, it's
Side aider.
specifically for us, we see a lot of firms starting, signing up and using the period close feature because that's you get efficiencies straight away internally, and the data quality starts to get higher, which is strategically important. So as soon as you get your clients onto that, you suddenly get cleaner and cleaner data over time, and your firm moves into a real-time data strategy. Then you can be more proactive and scale advisory. If you can't do that, then you've got kind of garbage in and garbage out. So you're never going to get, all you're going to be doing is spending your time trying to manually get the period close done or do other things, and you have a very murky view of what's happening in your clients. So we
Mhm.
see people starting there. Then the dashboard will highlight all the opportunities that's going on in your firm. So we then normally just say to people, look, start with one or two a month and just go in and reach out to them about advisory and start to upsell them on this new advisory proposition that you've created over Ada. And don't think about trying to do it all at once. Get your period close done, use the dashboard, and then reach out to one in the first month, then reach out to two in the second month, then reach out to three in the third month. And eventually you'll have got across your whole client base, but don't think of it as I've got to do everything all at once. That's just not
Yeah.
possible. So we get a lot of firms, even some of the bigger firms who have thousands of clients, starting in, putting a handful of clients on, getting it implemented properly, getting their processes set up, and then they start to add more clients and add more people in the firm and add more clients and standardize their proposition. And just by standardizing your close procedures and your checklist and standardizing your output from advisory, you'll get so much efficiency in the firm from that.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
absolutely. And
I think it's incredible. I mean, we talk a lot about the AI that we're using, both of us for generative purposes for marketing campaigns, also for bidding systems, bidding to profit maximization. Budget we use AI for budget allocation across multi-channel, omni-channel environments. So this is injecting a key piece of AI with Aider inside the firm to help with their core processes. I mean, it's really, I feel like we're infiltrating in all the right areas. I can't wait to be with the client together and stitch all this together. It's going to be a powerful
yeah,
solution.
yeah, I get pumped, Aaron, thinking about it. So Brendan, you mentioned, so when is this available in the United States? What types of firms are a really great fit to get cracking? How do people get it?
So technically it works now. We just kind of call it in stealth in the US. We haven't spent a cent on marketing there yet. But we're going to do our soft launch in August, so mid August, and so you firms in North America should be able to go to our website. It's ada.ai, and sign up there, and we'll give them all the support they need. So we can do demos. We can do our customer success team will support with implementation and help you get it all set up properly in the firm. And then we'll be on standby if you need us. So it's quite easy. You can actually self-serve all the way through if you want to, but we prefer to help you just to help with everything we've just discussed about making sure you do the change management properly. Otherwise, you'll just sign up and you'll have some amazing data and you'll have some great tech, but you won't get all those efficiencies that you want. So we really want to help with getting it set in properly. It's
Yeah,
not far away. It's mid-August.
nice.
And then that's our soft launch, and we'll do a little bit more of a here we are, look at us launch later on in the year.
Yeah,
I think we're doing that right now. Look at us.
sure. Yeah, well, I really like I really like the idea of how we marry technology with like the strategy. So when I think about Aider, I think, okay, you need a strategic plan for how you're going to leverage the new data that you're going to see so easily. So strategically, you can grow your engagement value. Strategically, you can communicate more effectively or more proactively or more often with existing clients, right? From a marketing perspective, we can talk about how we're using AI within an accounting firm to provide better service to our clients. So that's one of the things that I get excited about, Aaron, when I think about Aider. It's from the very get-go, okay, how are you going to leverage technology to meet some of these scalable or profitability goals that the firm has, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that helps us with like grow the return on investment for all of our clients.
Yeah, well put, Alex. I'm excited because you and I know we've been in a lot of conversations about they know they want to move the needle
Mm-hmm.
to higher average engagement value, those advisory services, but getting from where they are, more executional tax accounting, to these higher value services, that's been a challenge. They know that there's lots of good profit and good services and good help they can give the market if they can get there. But getting there, I get excited about it because this is going to help them get there, and then we can come in and help them pump it up,
Yeah.
basically.
And
Yeah.
I think it gives accountants another opportunity to define what their proposition is. Like we spoke about earlier, is what is my new advisory proposition that is more valuable? What is my promise to my customer? Who is my ICP? Which is my preferred client that I'm going to sell this to? And what is my promise to them and my value proposition, and defining that? And that's, you guys could definitely help with that. And because that's then, once you know what that is, you can put that on your website, and you can target that and start to attract the top of the funnel new clients, and that becomes your standard proposition. And everybody coming in all new clients coming in have their expectations set. That's what you're selling them. That's what they're going to get from you. It's this product. And if we think about it, productizing advisory, it's way easier to scale that, deliver it, get efficiencies, generate revenue in a standardized process than selling my time, because that can be pulled in. You're just going to run out of time. It's finite. You're going to burn out.
Right.
So, question for you, Brandon. Comparing two firms, one that is using Aider and using it well, compared to a competitor that's not using it all. They're not interested. What could be the outcome if you'd look at those two?
Well, I'll give you an example
Going
of
a year or two down the road.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'll give you an example of a startup accountant that here in New Zealand, really a great young accountant called Jessica. And she's just decided to standardize her entire accounting firm using Ada. So she has her clients on Xero, and she has Ada, and then she probably has a couple of other tools. But she's just made the decision every client's going to get what she can offer through Ada, and that's become her proposition. So that she anybody coming in new gets that offer, or they don't come in, and so now it's standardized, and she can run her whole system on Ada, and the time taken to execute is way lower. I think for a startup, it's a little bit easier. You don't have the legacy thing to worry about. So to answer your question slightly differently, if you're in a more traditional firm and you've got maybe 10% of your clients on advisory, and you've got to somehow chase down the 90% left to upsell to them, that's where you can see the benefits of Ada even more, because it helps you again identify the opportunities, clean up the data, and deliver monthly reporting. We should talk about reporting in a second. The monthly reporting and services a lot more efficiently, versus those that don't have Ada. They still don't know how to find the opportunity. They still have to log in and out of every single Xero file or QuickBooks file and figure it out. They can't be proactive. Therefore, they always remain in reactive mode. And when you're in reactive, you run out of time again. And then to run reporting, you've got to probably log into another app and sync it all up, and then you've got to read everything there, write an executive summary, write some action points, whereas Ada would do all of that for you as well. So it becomes a bit of it's hard to do to scale, because you've got everything in different places. It's hard to find opportunities. It's hard, it's very manual. Whereas in Ada, it's all in one place and automatically done for you. So it becomes a much cleaner process.
So it helps with startups, and then for legacy, very large companies that are maybe need to make this massive change to advisory services. They're more like a Titanic. It turns.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think
Have you seen this work with M&A transactions? Like, so we worked with a firm. They had 300 clients. They bought another firm. They had 300 clients, and it would have been awesome to have used Aider to identify what to talk about with all these new clients, how we can help
totally.
them.
Yeah, totally do that. Yeah, and we got some. I don't want to name names. We've got some big firms that do that, that have done that, and they're seeing those kind of benefits because it's, and I know there's a lot of private equity money coming into into the industry, and so you got to
Yeah.
find efficiencies in those firms, and the same thing is true for those that are selling or pricing, fixed fee. Once you've priced at fixed fee, you can deliver that, and it's great, reliable income coming in. But then your job is find efficiencies. So Ada really helps with that as well. So um, for acquisitions or for PE firms or for fixed fee firms, this is a really good way of driving efficiencies and getting more value for that money. Um,
Yeah, that's a great point. That's
Yeah.
a whole nother conversation. Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly for driving efficiency. Um, wow, I'd love to dig into that.
I think
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody. I think it's a wrap.
I think so. Yeah, Brendan, thank you very much, man. We're excited about just watching how it unfolds here in the U.S. and other countries,
yeah,
Yeah.
and how we can be part of
Supporting
that
you
growth.
and being supportive to you and
thank you. Same.
being helpful. Working together on stuff would be fantastic.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll figure some good handovers. So that'll be great.